led by architect and director Daniel Burnham.
And Daniel Burnham?
Lighting up over 100,000 bulbs.
Did American history.
The year is 1893. In just over 2 decades since the Great Fire of 1871, Chicago had transformed from rubble to one of the most powerful cities in the nation. As the United States prepared to mark 400 years since Columbus's arrival, Congress awarded the honor of hosting the World's Columbian Exposition to Chicago. A symbol of American determination, industry, and rebirth. Over 600 acres in Jackson Park were dedicated to the fairgrounds, led by architect and director Daniel Burnham. A team of the nation's most prominent architects and artists was assembled to bring a vision of the neoclassical grandeur to life. They called it the White City. With over 200 stunning buildings, all unified in architectural style, arranged around reflective lagoons and grand promenades, the exposition reflected not only progress, but harmony. It was a feat of design and engineering. Electricity powered the entire fair, courtesy of George Westinghouse and Nikola Tesla's alternating current, lighting up over 100,000 bulbs in dazzling nighttime displays that most visitors had never seen before. The fair introduced Americans to the innovations like the Ferris wheel, the moving walkway, the dishwasher, and widespread public electricity. Brands like Cracker Jack and shredded wheat made their debut. Pabst won its now famous blue ribbon here. Over 27 million people visited the exposition in just 6 months, nearly half the U.S. population at that time. The fair became a symbol of America's industrial power, cultural unity, and promise of the future. And though the buildings were never meant to be permanent, their influence would live on. Through the City of Beautiful movement, urban planning, and America's confidence in the world stage, it was a triumph, a clean, rational vision of civilization and proof that America had arrived. Or is that not exactly the case?
A triumph. That's the story. Neoclassical buildings, electric lights, a wheel taller than most skyscrapers. They say it was a moment of American glory. But what if that glory was a distraction? Over 200 buildings sculpted in perfect symmetry, towering domes and ancient facades, built in under 2 years on swampland with 1890s technology out of plaster. That's not engineering. That's theater. They called the material staff. Temporary, they said, just for show. And yet it stood. Through storms, through crowds, and then, just as quickly, it vanished. Most of it burned. The rest, dismantled, quietly, completely, as if someone needed to erase the evidence. And Daniel Burnham, our architectural hero, no formal degree, no paper trail, and yet, somehow, he orchestrates the most ambitious construction project in American history. On time, on budget, without flaw. We're told he simply had a vision. But vision doesn't lay foundations. Vision doesn't raise Rome from mud. And then there's the Ferris wheel, a 264-foot steel colossus. No prototypes, no margin for error. And it worked flawlessly on its first try. Electric boats floated over man-made canals. A moving sidewalk in 1893. Tesla's current lit the night sky just like magic. And all of this emerged in less than 2 years. Then disappeared as if it had never existed. And the mayor, Carter Harrison, dead. Shot just days before it was set to close the fair. The city silenced. No finale. Just a funeral. And suddenly, the lights went out. The buildings were gone. The blueprints vanished. And the photographs, curiously few. What remained was a memory and a story, written clean, filed under progress. But history isn't clean. It's curated. And in case you forgot, the winners write the history books. The powerful edit the pages, and the rest of us, we're left wandering ruins, wondering who built what and when. So what was the White City? A celebration of modern America? Or the final echo of a civilization we were never meant to remember? A World's Fair? Or a world's cover story? Maybe they didn't build it at all. Maybe they found it, painted it white, lit it up, and then when the questions got too loud, they burned it down. Welcome to History's Yapping.
If you enjoyed this polished retelling of progress and civilization,
And if you're questioning what's really been buried under the official story,
then don't forget to like the video.
share with the ones who aren't afraid to ask why.
Follow and subscribe for new episodes uncovering forgotten marvels.
And the history that still yaps beneath the ruins.
Because the past isn't silent, it's yapping.